Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news.
We're talking with Pastor Preston Atkinson, one of the host pastors of the hundreds of Nights to Shine, sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation and happening in our listening area as well. Pastor, tell us a bit about your congregation.
Well, Sunbury Bible Church, we're located in Northumberland, Pennsylvania, and this is our 5th year to do Night to Shine, and it's just an incredible event, and we hope to do it as long as we can.
Have you seen growth in that since you first started?
Well, what we do is we cap it at 125 guests, and every year we open up the registration for 125 guests, and that fills up in a couple of days. So we cap it there. Those 125 guests have a buddy, which is 125 times 2. You do the math, that's 250, and then we invite their families, the families of our guests. They have an opportunity to come in, and we have a separate room for them where we provide a great meal for them, and then they get to watch their loved ones on the TV screen, the live viewing of what we call the Night to Shine prom, which takes place at a gymnasium that's been decorated for their special night. It's roughly a total of about 600 people there that night between our guests, their buddies, family, and then all the volunteers that make this night such a great night. It's full, it's fun, it's just an incredible night for all of us.
So you have been capacity crowd for multiple years then. Tell us a little bit about what that's like for, first of all, the individuals who are the special honored guests of the evening.
Probably the biggest night of their life. They look forward to it every year. My wife and one of my sons is a buddy. It's just an exciting time where they get to reunite with the people they met last year. I would say the majority of our guests that register and come, we've seen them before, so the majority of them are repeat attenders. My youngest daughter has Down syndrome, and she's invited to come, and so this year she dressed up. She's only 8 years old, but she dressed up and walked the red carpet, and I was able to put a crown on her, and it was extremely emotional for me. I didn't know that they were going to bring her in the tent and have her walk down the red carpet. So it's a special night even for our own family because of our own participation with the special needs community. I don't know who gets more out of it, whether it's the guests or whether those volunteers who just are there to serve and just see the excitement, watch the experience unfold.
I was going to ask you, we talked about the guests and their family members, but this has to be a powerful experience for the members of your congregation, too.
It is, and I'm amazed at how many volunteers just come right out of our congregation. They look forward to it. I would say there is a large percent, maybe 40% of our congregation are volunteers in some capacity. They give up a night there on the weekend, and they're happy to serve. There's a lot of food that gets served. We have 2 different areas that are offering food services. And so it takes a lot of people. We have probably 40% of the volunteers come from our church locally, and then probably another 60% come from the community at large. It's an event that really brings together both the community, the local church. It's just fantastic to see the cooperation, really the unity of the cause as well.
That sounds very powerful to me, that you have more than half of the volunteers are people who are not part of your congregation. But what a great connection that is between the work of the church and the number of people in the community that, number one, appreciate those services and that care for them, but also for the general population in your community that probably would not come out to a lot of other specifically Christian church events, but really want to be part of what that magical night is like.
It's a very ecumenical event for a lot of people.
Can you talk a little bit, your personal family situation, what it means to have this kind of an event for people who don't have these kinds of special events in our everyday lives?
It's really special to our family. Our youngest child, we have 6 children, and our youngest daughter has Down syndrome. And to see the church make space, make time, and make an effort to to build a bridge into the community of those with special needs, disabilities of all kinds. And so for us, it was one of the reasons that we were interested in coming to Sunbury Bible Church after being in Texas for 17 years. So it's definitely something that we would love to see churches create opportunities, create a culture within their church that not only includes those with disabilities, but really partners with them, sees them, values them. And that's something that needs to be addressed in every church. And we're just excited to see that Sunbury Bible Church has at least started on their own journey to engage the disability community, to value them, to see them, and then create this type of opportunity for them to have a good experience with a local church.
Preston Atkinson is pastor of the Sunbury Bible Church in Northumberland, Pennsylvania. For the Northumberland and Lewisburg areas, it was a night to shine with a capacity crowd for that special event, for special guests. This event happens many places thanks to the Tim Tebow Foundation starting the process. Pastor, thank you so much for visiting with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.